Okay, I decided I just wanted to try doing this. Couple of reasons. Ren is the most unique artist I've ever listened to. I'm a big prog fan of the 1970s prog rock. Yes, King Crimson, ELP, Pink Floyd. Um, I also love jazz, jazz fusion, classical, and even classic rock, blues, things like that. And I just wanted to make this video. I have I just went through all of his music and thought, okay, that might make my top 10. I finally worked it out, and I'm going to start right at the top instead of going from 10 down to 1 because there's no suspense here. High Ren is number 1. Um, but I'm also going to read a quote that a comment, I'm sorry, a YouTube comment that I found with each of these songs that I thought was really very cool. And for High Ren, the comment said, "This is no longer a song. This is no longer music. This is a soul splitting open and exploding into art." Wow, that's that about says it all for High Ren. And we don't need to go into what's phenomenal about High Ren. If you have not listened to High Ren, then you don't know who Ren is. It's that simple. Um, Also, real quickly before I continue, and I'll put this in the description below, I used two of his songs in a narration of my fantasy book that I wrote. And I used two of his songs as intro and outro music in two different chapters because it fit the theme of the music. I was really happy when I found that I could use songs by Ren. And the chapter in between those two was inspired by the lyrics to High Ren. I actually wrote a chapter from that. I'll just include them in the description along with links if you'd like to start from the beginning. But if you just want to hear the music that I used and how it fits, feel free. It'll be right in the middle of the story, but I'll include links so that you can start at the beginning if you want to. And I also was so inspired by him that I chose to make him one of my dedications for my second book, which is the book that I used his music for. All right, number 2. This was, again, this is really, really hard to do, and it's very subjective to make lists, but I like making lists. So right now, number 2 is The Tale of Jenny and Screech. And I love this YouTube quote. As you can see, I'm reading over here. "This feels like a modern Shakespearean tragedy. Ren is out here giving us new literary classics." Exactly. Um, Number 3, and I chose not to do The Tale of Jenny and Screech. I chose to just do it as one. Same with all the other multi-part ones, because otherwise this top 10 list would have like 4 pieces on it. Number 3 is Money Game. Again, all 4. I'm just including them as all 4. Obviously, you could argue that the last one, I guess, is his best. He seems to feel that it is. I think number 2 is pretty awesome, as well as number 1, and honestly, all 3 of them, all 4 of them are phenomenal. The YouTube comment is really great though. "How in the universe did I just discover Ren? He's a literal new genre in the music game. He's upped the ante for all artists with his performances. The guy is walking down the road killing the guitar while either rapping, singing, whatever. He's something completely different, and whatever he is, it's different in the absolute best way. I have listened to everything he's done with other people too, and he just doesn't miss. The best thing that happened to me this year is finding out about Ren." I just thought that was a very cool comment. Number 4, for me, it has to be "I Shot the Sheriff." His performance of "I Shot the Sheriff" with the big push is phenomenal. Make sure that if you haven't heard it, there's 2. The other one is great, but the one you want is where he's wearing the red suspenders. And the comment from that video is, "Bob would have been proud. Not only is this an incredibly creative cover, but he's playing on the street for free, which is what was most important to Marley." And that is significant. Number 5 for me, Chalk Outlines. When I heard that, I couldn't believe what I'm listening to. The comment said, "I read somewhere that a wise man once said, when you're happy, you enjoy the melody. but when you're broken, you understand the lyrics. Yeah, okay, that's pretty deep. Number 6 for me is also Ren and Chinchilla, and it's How to Be Me, because the song is just incredible. And in both cases, I'm saying the live version because the live version, oddly enough, is better than the studio. The YouTube comment. I'm starting to think Ren is just a hallucination from our collective consciousness. How the heck, how the heck can this guy keep making songs that resonate so profoundly? And if these are all near the top, if you scroll down, you'll find them. And sometimes I'm only quoting part of the comment, that one long one. I decided to keep all of it in. All right, number 7 is recent. I was pretty blown away by this. I couldn't believe how good his voice sounded. I mean, I already love Ren's voice, but I was like, what? How are you doing this? And it's back on 74. The YouTube comment is really neat too. Ren, I am a 70-year-old female. I was hooked from the moment I saw Hi Ren. You are a once-in-a-generation artist. I lived through Beatlemania and never thought a performer would ever make me feel the way I did back then, but you have done it. I wish you the best of luck in everything you do. That's a really nice comment. I think he hearted that one. Some of these he hearted, which is nice. I'm glad he reads some of his comments too. All right, number 8. I don't like rap. I'm not a fan of rap. I mostly can't listen to rap. The Hunger, number 8. And I really like this comment. For anyone that might be wondering, Ren just managed to fit 452 words into a 2.5-minute song. That's 182 words per minute, more than 3 words a second. No repeated choruses, just 452 uniquely crafted bullets of art fired at our fragile human hearts. I'll tell you, man, these are real creative comments. Number 9, I don't think this should surprise you. It's Love Music, and I know you could argue like a lot of people said 2 is better than 1 and things like that. But overall, Love Music is just an amazing performance, I think. The comment is short. I never know what to expect from this genius. His talent is amazing, and I love it. And number 10 is something that would probably not make anyone's list but mine. I have I don't know what it is, some kind of bias to this song. Maybe it's because it's so, it's probably the least reacted to song of his. I already made a video about that, but nobody saw it. Number 10 for me is Girls. I love this song. I can't stop listening to it. And I like a lot. I like every song I've heard by Ren. It's not like I don't like other songs. But this is a great comment. Ren is like the hero at the end of those old kung fu movies. He's now mastered all styles. Now he's ready for the final boss fight. It's just great. Now, I have other ones that I considered, and I'll just list them here. By the way, one in my top 10 I used as intro and outro music, and one on this list that I'm going to read to you is also used. So the 2 songs that I used are on my list, you could say. But my considerations, and there's 10 of them, and I'll just go over it in no particular order. Murderer, Crucify Your Culture, Bittersweet Symphony, Dear God, Depression, Hold On, Do You Believe, Sick Boy, War Pigs, and anything by Ren and Sam. And I looked at other stuff by The Big Push, and yeah, there's a lot. The Englishmen in New York, there's several. But it really had to feature Ren for me to consider it. Like some of them with The Big Push wasn't really featuring him, so I didn't want to include it in my list. But when I say anything by Ren and Sam, it's like I could take the one that got the most views. It's like 12 million views. But there's just a lot. So that's my list. I'd love to see your list. Feel free to put them in the comments. I know you might give me some flack for putting Girls in my top 10 because nobody does. I think it's a great song. I don't get why it's not more popular, and I'm surprised he doesn't promote it. I think he should. I think if he promoted it, he'd get a lot more views. Or am I wrong about that? You tell me. Anyway, I hope you liked it, and I hope you listen to some of my narration. Let me know what you think of it. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.